Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Ernest Tarot. This reading is going to be focusing on a choice that you want to make, right? If you are confused about making choice 1 or choice 2, we're gonna try to take a look of what each choice will entail, right? So think about your question, right? Or the choices that you are hesitating to take, and let us dig into that. So the first card here is going to show the first choice. It is self-confidence to create, taking a chance on, and resulting from the impressiveness of. And it's a Leo sign. All right, so obviously the first choice that you're thinking involves some sort of risk, like taking a chance, right, on something, a relationship or a job or a step or something like that. And it's saying that like there's something about you being impressed here and that you need to be really confident and courageous to take it. And then let's see before we continue, what is the second choice, right? This is choice 1. Now we're going to see choice 2. Choice 2. As if it or they came from all there is. All right? The philosophies and laws involved do it in a big way in the 9th house. So the second choice talks about 9th house, which is like usually education, higher learning, traveling, long term, moving homes, second marriages, philosophy, expansion, games of luck, stuff like that, right? So if we compare both choices, the first choice, you need to take a risk, right? You don't have all the indications, all the information in your hand, so you need to take a risk with someone or on someone. Maybe someone made a mistake before, so you need to forgive them, right? Something like that. Maybe they're not being responsive. You need to take that chance on them. Maybe in the past it didn't pan out. You need to take a chance on them, right? For you to do that, you need to have really a lot of self-confidence, be like courageous, and there's something about like that move will lead to good things. Versus, right, the second choice that talks about doing something in a big way, Jupiterian way. So this is a big gesture. This could be a huge sorry. Huge gesture, whether you're like saying sorry, whether you are announcing your love, whether you are trying to pitch an idea. This is talking about really presenting something in a big way, going all the way, right? That's number 2. And there's something here regarding, I don't know why, it's something involving philosophy and law. So this can also talk about the person or the organization you're dealing with, or the person. They either love philosophy, they teach philosophy, they know philosophy. Maybe they're lawyers, maybe they deal with the law, maybe it's something about you going into like, maybe you need to do a big gesture for someone instead of, going legal with them. It could mean many things, right? All right, let's clarify. This is interesting. Let's see what this is all about. We're going to pick a card for choice 1 and a card for choice 2. What is choice 1 all about? What's going on there? The King of Swords. Yeah, I think that the choice 1, there was something said, right? Maybe someone was not budging. Maybe someone was being stubborn. I don't know. Maybe there was an argument, a predicament. Maybe there were like butting heads. And so I think with this card, this is really saying just take a chance on them. This is not over yet. Take a chance. Be impressive. This can talk about like you dealing with a Leo as well, right? And so maybe they'll be impressed if you did a step that required a lot of self-confidence, even when you knew it wasn't, the result wasn't guaranteed, right? Okay, okay. Let's look at the second choice. What is the second choice about? The Hierophant. This Hierophant energy keeps on showing up in these readings. So the Hierophant talks about, again, you can talk about philosophy and law, right? Because this is literally philosophy and law. And this is a position like someone with a higher authority. So this could be a priest, a minister, right? A lord, a judge, like something with a higher, position in whatever they are or they teach or whatever. And it's upright. I like that it's upright because this is telling me that, I don't know, first, if you're practicing law or philosophy, whatever, like you're about to, if you do something in a big way, you're about to win that case. You're about to be revered, like be, celebrated. This can also be talking about if you were waiting to hear an answer, like a seal of approval, right? From an authority, you're gonna have that if you do it in a big way. Let's say you're trying to start a business, you're missing documents, you need something, I don't know, whatever that is, right? And so maybe you're gonna take a bold step and call up nepotism, right? A favor, something. I don't know. Like you're gonna show up. Maybe you're gonna show up without taking an appointment, and then they'll be like, okay, like I salute your courage. Here's your stamp of approval. Something along those lines. So for me, if you're hesitating between like choices one versus choices two, I think I'm not gonna tell you which choice to choose because both just feel a little bit different. They both need something big here in the ways. In the two, choice two is like how you go about it, the way you present it. And in the choice one, it's literally taking a chance on someone and showing up, right? In a way they didn't expect, in a way that's gonna impress them. A difference is the first choice is all about satisfying their ego, making them feel seen, heard. The second choice is showing that how you are as a person, how you are passionate about this, right? Focusing on how passionate you are about this. How far are you willing to go for this? And when we look at the clarifiers, right? In the first choice, yeah, I think in the first choice, like it's gonna take a lot more than that, but that's already gonna score you points, if that makes sense. What you did, score points, but there's still a lot more to talk about. In this choice too, I think you're gonna get the seal of approval. Like you're gonna get your okay. So I don't know, do with that what you want, because this is like meant to be a sample of a reading of how we do choice readings. Usually we would go with more cards and we would expand, right? So I just hope at least this was a guidance for whatever's going on in your mind. Thank you.